guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some really simple ways that you can bring spring inside your home today. I'm going to share how to prepare your home for spring and how to truly enjoy this coming season. I love spring. I love when we start to get warmer 70-degree days and we can start to get outside and hear the birds chirp and see the buds starting to form on all of the trees and watch the daffodils pop up in the yard. It's truly just one of my favorite times of year. There's so much hope for the spring and summer ahead, and I have come to really enjoy this time of year, and I wanted to just share some really, again, easy, simple ways that you can start getting your home ready for spring right now. I was thinking about it and praying about it, and right now in this crazy world of social media, we are being bombarded with a lot of content, and most of it makes us feel like we need to buy more, spend more, have more, and I don't want to add to the noise. I really don't. So I'm going to share just some simple ways that you can start decorating for spring. Some of these aren't necessarily decor, just ways to bring the season in, bring the outside in, and really enjoy this season, have peace in your home, have contentment in your home, while still making it beautiful and making a space of joy. So all that to say, grab yourself a cup of coffee or hot tea, get cozy, and let's chat all things spring. On that note though, before we do dive into spring content, I want to share a really sweet YouTube friend of mine, a fellow creator who is truly a breath of fresh air. I adore her content. Her name is Kristen Hoffman. That's her channel name, so go ahead and search Kristen Hoffman. I'll have her channel linked down below. She is sharing a spring antique, I think decor haul today. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some kind of antique inspired, vintage inspired video revolving spring, and everything she does is so beautiful. Her historic home is stunning, you guys. She shares amazing antique hauls. She is a fellow lover of ironstone and all things vintage. I just love her and her sweet family. So make sure you go check her out today if you haven't. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk spring. The first tip I have for you to freshen up your home in the springtime is to open up the windows, let the air and let the light and the sunshine in. During those winter months, I think we get very focused and fixated on insulating, so we often have our blinds closed or curtains closed. We want our home to be warm and cozy, but during the winter, that's when our home tends to get the dirtiest. I mean, whether it's soot or ash from your fireplace going all winter, or you're trekking in muddy boots, it can be dingy and the air can feel really stale. So that first day that you have some warmer temps, I encourage you, wash some windows, not all of them, but maybe a handful each day, or take a couple a week, wash some windows, open them. Let the fresh air in. Let the life in. It feels so refreshing. I have my windows open today, and even just hearing the birds chirp outside brings so much joy to my heart. If you have blinds or curtains, open them up, hang them nice and high and wide so you can let as much natural light inside as possible. Tip number 2 that I have for you is get something growing. I love spring because spring means that we are that much closer to gardening season. By this point in the year, I long for the garden. I long to be able to stroll outside and fuss with plants and flowers and grow fresh vegetables. Oh, I just love it. But we can't quite do that yet, can we? And so you can start getting something growing inside today. One great example I have for you is a sweet little kitchen herb like basil or spearmint. This time of year you can find them at your local grocery store usually, or even a big box store like Lowe's or Home Depot, depending on where you live. But buy that little basil plant or spearmint or thyme or whatever it may be, pot it in a sweet terracotta pot and place it on your kitchen windowsill or somewhere in your kitchen or dining area that gets a little bit of light. And can I just tell you that having something lively, something fresh in your space is so uplifting. I don't know, I just love it. And if you want to take it a step further, maybe start some indoor seeds for your vegetable garden. I was so intimidated by this a few years ago. It was the first time I did it, but it's so easy. It's a learning process. There's so many videos out there on YouTube, but I love to get the kids involved with this. We sit down and we get our little seed starters out, and we're able to put the seed in and watch it germinate and then eventually pop up, and the kids get so excited. Just so sweet to watch little ones nurture something. It's awesome. And they do eventually get to plant it in the garden. It just makes it that much more special knowing they started it from a teeny tiny seed. This time of year is the perfect time to start enjoying your favorite spring fragrances. Whether it's mint or lavender or lilac or honeysuckle or eucalyptus or lemon, just anything fresh that's going to give life and feel refreshing in your home is going to smell so good. I personally love to diffuse oils like lavender or spearmint. I love to burn candles this time of year that have spring fragrance. One of my favorite candles is lilac scented, and oh, when I tell you it smells like a fresh cut lilac from the yard. It is so good. You can also do a simmer pot on the stove if you have a few ingredients on hand like lemon or orange or rosemary or mint. Whatever you have, throw it in the pot and let it simmer all day, and your house will smell like brand new. This one is one of my favorites. I think it has such a big impact for not a ton of money, and it just brings so much joy and happiness to my home. But I love to go to the grocery store and buy some fresh cut tulips. To me, nothing says spring like tulips. And heading to your grocery store, picking out your favorite color, giving them a good cut, and sticking them in a vase in a space that you see often, whether it be your kitchen, your dining table, wherever it may be. That in and of itself is gonna totally change the look and feel of your home and instantly bring spring into the space. Maybe you aren't a fan of fresh cut flowers and you want to buy faux, that's fine too. Whatever works for you, create that spring floral arrangement, just one. It doesn't have to be a bunch. Just one little arrangement somewhere that's high visibility is going to make a big impact. This tip goes a really long way. It's one of my favorites, but start swapping out your linens for things that are fresh and airy and crisp. I love big, warm, woolly, cozy blankets in the winter when it's so cold, but as the weather starts to shift, I like to incorporate fresh white linen sheets. And I actually recently picked up this really light white quilt from Home Goods. I have seen lots of them like that when I've gone into Home Goods. I think Target has similar, but it's this perfect light, airy fabric that is just so crisp to crawl into at nighttime. And just having the bright colors, whether it's whites or creams, maybe you add a stripe or floral pattern to go with it, really makes a big difference and starts to make your bedroom feel like spring. In the same way, you can swap out your tea towels in your kitchen or maybe your bath towels for something lighter, a little more springy, and your home will be feeling like spring in no time. The next tip is simple but effective. We want our home to reflect on the outside just as much as the inside too. And sometimes all it takes is a quick sweep of the front porch and putting a simple spring wreath on your front door. Have a greenery wreath that I can use any time of the year, whether it be spring, summer, fall, all I do is I change out the ribbon depending on what time of year it is. So I added this sweet ribbon that just makes it feel a little bit more like spring, and it made a huge impact to my front porch area. Okay, last tip is probably one of the most important, but start your spring cleaning early and do your spring cleaning on your terms. You don't have to follow somebody else's checklist. You don't have to do it all in one weekend. Take little bits at a time. Make a list of the things that are the most important to you and your home, and just tackle it bit by bit. I love to tackle those spring cleaning things. I feel like such a nerd. But whether it's washing windows, pulling down the curtains and giving those a good wash, washing all of my linens, cleaning out air filters, scrubbing every baseboard, whatever it may be, make sure that it fits you and your home and your priorities before just going off of somebody else's list and what they do. Now, if you are looking for something, like you feel like, I don't know what to clean or what to do, I have a downloadable PDF for you guys in the comments. It's totally free on what I'm doing this spring. And my hope and goal is to tackle one little thing a day. That way, by the time my kids are out of school, my house will be ready for summer. Anyway, I so hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was an encouragement to you to get up and tackle something and create a fresh, cozy look for spring in your own home. I think if anything, even though this list is pretty elementary, you put all of these things together and your home will feel fresh for spring in no time. Whether you're diffusing some lavender essential oil, potting a little mint plant for your kitchen windowsill, maybe you're adding some fresh linens or hanging a wreath on your front door, your home is just gonna feel light and airy and beautiful in no time. You can be content in your home without all of this stuff. So, hope this was a little different for you today and just gave you some encouragement to tackle something in your own home. But I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check out Kristen Hoffman's channel. It'll be linked down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.